Hi guys, and welcome back to the Alpha Tone channel. My name is Prime M, and today we are on to episode 2 of Catch Me in Greenpoint. We didn't get to highlight the name of the show in episode 1, but it's Catch Me in Greenpoint. And let's get into episode 2. Let's not waste any time. This one is something else. Alright, so 3 months passed after I went to Miami and take out Fred and take out Tommy and unfortunately Tommy's mom and get the money, the 2.7 million, back in New York. I have the money somewhere stashed in a storage unit over in East Williamsburg, and I have an apartment in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. So it's 3 months, everything is good. Out of the 2.7 million, I only spent $10,000, just to get a feel of it, because I myself, I have 800,000 in my account, but I just spent a $10,000 out of the 2.7, just to get a feel of it. I mean, anything could happen, right? So I'm there and I'm thinking, I'm thinking about investing soon, because it's 3 months, I'm not hearing anything. And how can I invest this money? Maybe I need to get out of state, open up some small business, and try and launder the money that way. You know what I mean? Fatten the books, if you know what I mean. If I make 6, I say it's 10. You know what I mean? And maybe after 10 years, that 2.7 mil can, just dissolve in those business. So I'm thinking that, and I'm thinking, maybe I just, go and sit a couple more months, because it is quiet and stuff. And then my phone rings. I look at it, and it's my boy, Byron. But before I answer Byron, let me tell you who Byron is. Byron is an ex-bank robber over there in New Jersey, but he wasn't in my crew. Byron is an ex-bank robber, and he become a federal agent. Yeah, so this is a Fed calling me right now, but Byron is like my brother. Oh, I missed the call, but I'll call back Byron real quick. But let me tell you guys who is Byron before I talk to him. Byron, he's a federal agent right now. I think he's working upstate New York, and he was a bank robber back over there in New Jersey. He used to operate in the Jersey City area, and that's my boy Byron. We go way back. You know what I mean? I met him when I just come to America 10 years ago. So I know Byron 10 years now. I know him when he was a bank robber. I know him as a Fed. But let me hit him up back real quick and hear what's going down, because he is a Fed and he's calling me. I mean, this is not good, right? So I hit him up. Is that you? What up, bro? What? The Feds? They're on to me? Hold on, let me put you on speaker so the audience can hear you. Hold on. Brody, can you hear me now? Yes, my brother, I can hear you. The Feds, they're on to you. I'm calling you right now from a private line. You can call me on this number whenever you want. You are my brother, and I have to call you and tell you what's going on. They know you were in the bank. Do you remember the day when the Feds come to your house and they knock on your door and take you in for questioning? I said, yeah, I remember the day, but they took me down to the station. My lawyer was there. I gave them a statement. I told them I was watching the Arsenal game that morning. I don't know anything about any bank robbery. I thought I gave my statement already. And Byron was saying, well, my brother, they know that was a lie. They just take you in so you could just give more statements on yourself and make matters worse. You should know once the Fed come and knock on your door, they have something against you, and you cannot get away from that. My brother, what are you going to do? Because they even know you went to Miami. They know you went to Miami. They could have stopped you from flying, but they let you fly just to see what you were going to do. Do you remember the police lady that asked you the question when you go down to the station? I said, yeah, she was watching me. Every time the camera goes on me from the bank scene, she looked at me suspicious. But, I had a mask and everything and overalls. So, I'm thinking she doesn't know it's me. I mean, guys, Byron is like my brother. I cannot hide anything from Byron. He's a Fed. He called me and he's telling me this, and I know it's true. So, at this point, and he's calling me from a private, and I trust Byron. Byron is my brother. He was a bank robber. So, I'm gonna tell him it was me. So, I'm on the phone with Byron again. And I'm like, yeah, bro. So, are you saying they were watching me when I was in Miami? And Byron was like, yeah, they even know you go to KOD. They saw when you jacked the car. How stupid of you to leave the car you jack at the scene. The car you jack, you leave it on the scene after you kill Fred and they saw you go into a different car. That car, they say you parked that there in the day because, they've been watching you. The police lady, she even traveled come down to Miami. She was watching every move you making. They know you have the money, but they don't know where you put the money, so they don't come in and busted you as yet. Like, damn, bro, that's what's going on? Shit. What am I gonna do now? I might have to get out of state. I'm like, Byron, I'm gonna call you back, bro. And Byron was like, all right, my brother, I love you, man. I will call you and give you a heads up. They are not coming for you right now because, they have to wait for paperwork to process and everything. Plus, they are waiting for you to make a wrong move so they can arrest you. So if you could stay out of trouble in the meantime, stay out of trouble. But within about a month or two, look out for them knocking at your door. I'm like, all right, bro, thank you, bro. Enough love for that, man. I appreciate that, bro. And Byron was like, all right, my brother, we'll talk. So I get off the phone with Byron and I'm like, shit. I'm not gonna panic. I'm a real street dude. I do what I do. My name is Prime. I do the crime. But I'm in this case, I'm not going to do the time. I'd rather die. So I'm thinking, I'm like, shit. If I should run, get out of state, I will have the 2.7 million everywhere I go, all over the place. So, that would be a big, big issue. Shit. These feds, man. And I'm thinking, I'm living here in Williamsburg. This is a nice, cool area. And it's too close. If I should go south of Williamsburg, that community, those people, you don't want to really mess with those people. So, those people, Friday, Saturday is quiet over there. So, I'm not even thinking south of Williamsburg. Maybe north of Williamsburg. That's the Greenpoint area. North side. That would be a perfect area, the Greenpoint. Oh, my boy Ricky's from Greenpoint. If I should stand up and fight, I'm gonna have to take over Ricky's crew and finance Ricky's crew with this 2.7 mil. Because I cannot do anything legal now because, the feds, they're on me. So I might as well use this 2.7 and arm myself and get some soldiers. My crew, unfortunately, stuff went down. They had to get rid of people. But now I need like a gang to go against the Fed because they have to catch me in Greenpoint. I'm not running. I'm not going anywhere. Let me see if I could call Ricky, but I don't have Ricky's number. Let me see if I could DM him on Instagram. Ricky. Yeah, Ricky's. Before I DM Ricky, let me tell you Ricky. Ricky is an ex-police officer in Jamaica. He fled Jamaica because, he was a corrupt police officer. And the Jamaican government, they're after him. So he came to America, on a boat. He was in Miami, a whole bunch of crap. So now he's in Greenpoint chilling. But he have his little gang in Greenpoint. Last time I saw him with like 6 or 7 dudes. And, they had strap. They had machines and stuff. But it's nothing crazy to take on these feds. I might have to, strengthen Ricky's gang. But Ricky's a corrupt police officer from Jamaica. Went to Miami on a boat, messed up in Miami, now he's in Greenpoint. And I might have to get to Ricky. And, Ricky, the Jamaican government, all they have to do is send the extradition papers to the US government and they can get Ricky. So Ricky is kind of in the same position as me. We're both wanted. You know what I mean? And I heard on the shout, Ricky, normally send back stuff to Jamaica, machines and stuff, guns and stuff, you know what I mean? So Ricky, he know what's going on. He's in the street, he's a Jamaican dude, you know what I mean? And I respect him, I trust him. And I hope he can understand that, big bank is coming in to take small bank. And I have connections, and I need the gang. And we're gonna strengthen, and we're gonna take over the whole Greenpoint, Brooklyn. Every single door will be answering to us. Because when the feds come, That's the only way we can survive. If the community, they respect us and they love us and they also fear us and they will lie to the feds for us. We need to take over this community. Hopefully Ricky can understand that I need his gang. Because I cannot run from the feds. I have to stand up and fight the feds. Let me DM Ricky real quick. Hold up. Alright, I DM Ricky and send him my number. Hopefully he call me. I might have to show him the situation. You know what I mean? This is crazy, man. Y'all know I'm alone or I ain't got no crew right now, so I'm just chilling by myself. Oh shit, Ricky's calling me. Hold up. Wagwan family. Yeah, man, I prime, man. Yo, I got some issues, bro. The feds are after me. You know what I mean? Oh, the Jamaican government, they're after you too? Oh, your name is on the news down there? Hold on, let me put you on speaker so the audience can hear you. Hold on. Can you hear me now, bro? Yeah, yo, I'm in a deep situation. One of my boys, he called me, he's a fed, he let me know the feds, they're coming after me. And Ricky was like, oh shit, word? Yo, that's big, bro. That's a lot of heat. And I'm like, yeah, you know what, it is what it is, man. But look, I have an offer for you. How many guys you have in your gang right now? And Ricky was like, I have 9 guys in my gang right now. I had to kick one out the other day. I'm like, 9? I'm like, yo, how many strap y'all have? And Ricky, he respect me, he's answering all my questions because I got money and I got connections. So Ricky is answering everything I'm asking him. He's answering me, genuinely. He's giving me the honest answer. And with a Jamaican, you can get only 2 things from a Jamaican. You can get either a bad or a good Jamaican. So Ricky is a gamble. He can be good or he can be bad. But, this is my call. He is the only person I know that has a gang in Greenpoint. And if I can, strengthen Ricky's gang, give them guns and money, you know what I mean? And we can feel that power and everybody have to just look up to us. This can work. I know it can work. So you know what I mean? So this is why I'm talking to Ricky right now. So I'm talking to Ricky on the phone. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, Ricky, we gonna take over the whole place. I'm gonna get you guns, money, we gonna get some more soldiers, and we're gonna lock ourselves in Greenpoint. Whenever police come, we'll have all the residents on our hand. They will hide us. They will, you know what I mean? We'll have access to places we can run through there. We'll have to set up the place like that. You know what I mean? And if you know this, the Greenpoint area, Ricky, on the west side, if we go to West Street, we can get to the East River. We get to Manhattan right away. In less than 20 minutes, we're in Manhattan. If we should go north of Greenpoint and go down to Box Street all the way to the end, in 5 minutes we can get to Long Island City, Queens. And if we should go to the east side, you know what I mean? Cross the river, we could get in the Calvary Cemetery and we're in Sunnyside, Queens. So Greenpoint is the perfect spot for us to take over and box ourselves in from all these feds. And don't forget, Ricky, don't buy the water, commercial building, those buildings are up. And Ricky was like, oh yeah, those commercial buildings, bro, it's just one woman, she owns it. And her husband died 6 years ago, and she's just with her cat every day in the park, and she's just living her life. It's all set up, you know what I mean? And she's just there living for her cat. I was like, word? I bet that's a good start. And I'm like, I'm gonna hit you up, Ricky. I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow, all right? We gonna meet up and we gonna have a little meeting. Bring all the guys with you. Meet me in the warehouse over by Kent Avenue, all right? And he was like, bet. And we hung up. And I'm there thinking, I'm like, shit, I'm going up against the feds. I'm going out like, this is how I'm going out. I'm not going out. I'm not going to jail. Ricky ain't going to jail. I'm just have to trust Ricky. See, Ricky, I told Ricky everything over the phone what's going on, and he's down for it. You know what I mean? And we gonna meet up tomorrow. We gonna talk business because the feds, they ain't no joke. But guess what? I'm not no joke either. So the next day, about 1 o'clock, me and Ricky, we texting the day and we organize it up and we tell we gonna meet up where on Kent Avenue. I can't say where, you know what I mean? But we meet up at Kent Avenue by the warehouse, you know what I mean? I'm not giving you guys the exact location. We meet up at the warehouse and Ricky came with like 13 guys, I'm telling you. He came with 13 guys and 7 straps, you know what I mean? And I was like, that's impressive, Ricky. I like that. You know what I mean? And Ricky was talking to guys and Ricky was letting them know, yo, this right here is the boss, Prime. This is the first time and probably the last time some of y'all are going to see him. You know what I mean? We're going to take over Greenpoint. Prime is going to fund us, money, guns, everything that we need. And we're going to take over Greenpoint brick by brick. That was Ricky talking to his squad. You have to let them know first. I'm there just, looking at everybody, making sure I'm eye contacting everybody. I'm testing everybody. I'm like eye contacting him, keep a stare, see if he'll break it. You look at the next one, I'm like giving them, all of them and giving a test. One and few was a little bit timid, you know what I mean? One and few looked and stood up to me and everything, you know what I mean? I'm there testing them, Ricky giving his speech and stuff. And then Ricky, turned it over to me. And I'm like, guys, we have big things, big plans. And, it's a big movement. And, I'm giving them that energy and pumping up and everything. I'm like, we're going to take over this area. Door by door, brick by brick, block by block. You know what I mean? We're going to box ourselves in. And we're going to have all the residents on our hand. When we're walking around, they should see no guns. We don't want them to see any guns at all. I'm giving them some rules. And, when other guys come into the gang, pass on these rules to them that I'm giving you guys right now. We don't want any guns to be visible. You know what I mean? And if any resident have any problem, they will let you guys know. Ricky will set up, someone in charge of each block and each area. This is when we get there, but this is the dream and the vision. We'll have a system in place where residents reporting to us instead of the authorities. Because we need this little area of Greenpoint to be ours and ours only. Ricky will keep you guys informed. I will give Ricky, what's what going forward. And he will let you guys know. But those are just the basic rules. We don't want any resident to see any gun. We smile and we pass people. We respect their children and their daughters. I don't want no complaint from the girls. That the guys who are, so-called in charge, because some people have it that we are so-called in charge, but really and truly, we will get total in control of the community. And we will weed out the bad ones. It will be bloody in the beginning, but it will get, good. And, maybe 75% of the residents leave, but the 25 that remain, you know what I mean, we'll have something special for them. But that's it for the day with you guys. That's just the big overall picture. How will we do it? You guys will just get, little by little, mission by mission. And when we add it up all together, after a couple of years, months, maybe weeks, depending on how fast we want to do it, we will have this place under our control. So, it's nice seeing you guys. You know what I mean? And I'm looking forward to this. And there's an envelope for every one of you guys. I was expecting 9, but it's 13, but it's okay. I had some more. So they're like $3,000 for everybody. You know what I mean? It's a little pocket money for y'all for the day. You know what I mean? Just get yourself a drink. And Ricky will let you guys know when we're meeting up again. Alright? And probably next meeting we'll have some more machines. So look out for some machine as well. You know what I mean? Alright. And then Ricky was there, and then me and Ricky, we went into the back and we have our little meeting. And we're like, yo, we have to go get some more guns, bro. And Ricky was like, yeah, that's a fact. And we need some more soldiers. That's 13, that's a good start. And then I asked Ricky, yo, do you know any landlord around here that owns a lot of buildings and a lot of houses? I mean, we have to get to know, the big landlord first. And Ricky said to me, yeah, there's this guy named James. He owns like 60% of the buildings and the houses in Greenpoint. And I mean, the other 40%, 10%, that lady I was telling you about, that down by the water, she has like 3 big commercial buildings down there, and she's putting up 2 more. She owns like 10% of Greenpoint, and then the other 30% is just like some normal private resident. There will be our problem. But James, he owns 60. If you can get James on your side, that's 60% of Greenpoint. If you could, that lady, she has a cat. I mean, if you could take her cat for a walk in the park, I mean, I think she would give you the world. You know, Ricky was telling me all of this, and I'm like, yo, this guy is something else. Damn. And I was like, yo, Ricky, that's a good idea, but this James guy, where can we find him? You know, and Ricky was like, you know, he could be anywhere in Greenpoint right now. And I'm like, yo, gather the guys and let them know, find James and bring James to me. You know what I mean? Kidnap James. Make sure y'all don't hurt him. And Ricky was like, yo, but James always be acting like he's gangster. You know, he's this rich dude. I mean, his great grandfather started out with owning 1 block in Greenpoint. And, you know, generation come down. That's how they ended up with like 60% of Greenpoint. And I'm like, damn. But Ricky was telling me James doesn't like, you know, being rich. He wants to experience real life and some gangster stuff, you know, and do bad stuff sometimes. He just want to experience some other stuff. But James is just some rich guy. He knows about real estate, crypto, all of those good stuff, because he comes from a good family. You know what I mean? He's an only child. You know what I mean? His mother and his father, they're old right now. I think his mom, she cannot see, and his dad, you know, his memory goes in and out. But James is like 38 years old. You know, I'm just 32 years old. Ricky, 29. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just me and Ricky right now on the team. And James, we have to get this landlord guy, James, because he owns 60% in Greenpoint. We have to get him. So, James wants to be a wannabe gangster. We might have to make James a gangster. Bring James on our team. So I'm telling Ricky, yo, get James today. We need James right now. Put him in the back of a trunk and get him to me. And Ricky was like, I bet I'm gonna go get the guys and we're gonna spread them out all over Greenpoint and we're gonna find James today. So after about 45 minutes, you know, I'm chilling, I'm there, I'm like, damn, the feds are after me. But, you know, Milo the progress, Milo the process, it's going on good so far, you know what I mean? I have a little squad, I have hitters. All I need right now is the guns. I have Ricky with, you know, guys out there looking for James. So when we find James and we hear what James have to offer, I mean, James better cooperate with us today. I'm telling you, bro, because 60% of Greenpoint. So my phone rings. You know what I mean? It's Ricky. I'm like, I better answer. I'm like, yeah. And Ricky was like, yo, bro, we found James. I'm like, yeah? Where y'all find him? He said, we found him on Greenpoint Avenue. He was pumping gas right there at Greenpoint and McGuinness. And, you know, one of the guys saw him and they just, unfortunately, they knocked him in the head, knocked him out, and they put him in the trunk. They have him on the way to the warehouse right now. I'm like, yo, how many guys coming to the warehouse? Only 2 guys bring him to the warehouse, and then, you know, only you come. I don't want everybody to see him. And Ricky was like, nah, it's only 2 guys that got him. I'm like, bet. Just let them 2 guys only come with him, and the other guys, let the other guys know everything is good. You know what I mean? We'll cash up them $1,000 later or something like that. And Ricky was like, I bet we'll do that. You know what I mean? So that's that. We got James on the way coming over here. You know, you cash out the dogs $1,000. I mean, that's $13,000, but you gotta let the dogs eat when they go on a mission and they complete it. Even the guys that went all the way to Red Hook and some of the guys went to Manhattan, they even get $1,000 for the effort. But he was just right there in Greenpoint and McGuinness, you know, Greenpoint Avenue and McGuinness Boulevard pumping gas. They got him. You know, so he's on the way to the warehouse over here, Kent Avenue. You know, so you let the dogs eat, because if you don't let the dogs eat, they will turn around and will eat your food. So you have to let the soldiers eat. So James, Ricky, and the 2 guys, you know, the 2 soldiers, they're coming over here. I heard the car coming, you know, they pull up. I heard the doors open, they come out. I saw James, bruises on his face. He was like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "Don't worry with me. Just bring him inside, guys." And they bring him inside. And this is in the night now because, all day, we had the meeting in the morning and stuff. And then, we heard about James and we just sent out the mission right away. And they found him in like an hour, 45 minutes, an hour. And, it's in the nighttime now, you know what I mean? So we have James. Ricky is there. I tell the two guys, "Yo, go home." You know what I mean? Good job. So it's just me, James, and Ricky, the three of us there now in the warehouse. And I'm talking to James, and I said to James, "I heard you want to be a gangster. I heard you, do your gangster shit and stuff like that." And stuff. And James was like, "Yo, who are you, bro? Who are you?" I'm saying to him, I said, "Yo, I'm going to call you White Boy James." You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll call him White Boy James. And he laughed and he was like, "Yo, who you calling me White Boy James? Who even tell you my name is James?" And I was like, "Yo, I got you kidnapped, right? I got you here. I captured you. I got you here. I know you. You know what I mean? I heard about you. I heard you own 60% of Greenpoint. That's impressive." And it was like, "Yeah, that's some family stuff. I don't even celebrate that." You know what I mean? James was saying that's some family, achievement. He don't really, celebrate that. He just want to do something different. James is saying to me right now, he feel like he's the one to come and mess up his family heritage, like, just end it right there because he don't want his kids to come and just rich and have everything. He wants to mess it up. So he doesn't even really care about the 60% of Greenpoint he owns. He just collect the money and it's just whatever it is. And I'm like, "Really? That's how you look at it, James?" And he was like, "Yeah." I mean, I'm starting to think James is a weird dude. I mean, your family over the years, the history worked so hard to get you this. And you're here saying you don't want it and you just feel like you're the one to mess it up. I mean, to me, that sounds good. I mean, if you want to mess up that, you could fund. That's what I'm thinking in my head. And Ricky look at me and like Ricky is giving me that look like, "Yo, this is a big opportunity for you." Because Ricky's a smart guy. Ricky knows what's going on. And when Ricky's hearing this, James is not even upset about, being abducted and stuff. He's just here telling us he doesn't like his life and he just want to do bad stuff. And that's what we're here planning on doing. I mean, I think James should be a part of the team. I think the team should be me, James, and Ricky at this point, right? So I'm there. I'm like, "James, this is what's going to happen. We're going to be your friend going forward. The fact that we can capture you and have you here and guys and we find you." I tell him, I was going to lie to him and he see that. And then I'm like, "You know what, James, I'm not even going to lie to you. We send out 13 guys to come and find you." I was going to say I send out 50 guys just to look big, but we sent 13 guys to come and find you and we find you within an hour. You know what I mean? And James was like, "Wow, that's impressive. I've never been abducted before. Man, that's cool." I mean, James is finding it cool. You know what I mean? Because I was wondering why James is not freaking out or crying or anything. He's just finding the whole thing cool because nothing like that never happened to James. And James was like, "Man, what is your name, man?" I'm like, "Yo, my name is Prime. And this is Ricky and stuff." And he's like, "Yo, my name is James. I've never been abducted before, and got head gun butt and stuff like that and put in a trunk. Man, this is amazing. Wow." You know what I mean? And I'm there, I'm like, wiping my lips and stuff. I'm like, "Damn, this dude." And I looked at Ricky and I'm like, "So James, these apartment building that you own, 60%, how does it go? Like 60%, like all those tenants give you money?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, he was saying to me, "So how are you going to take over Greenpoint? It's a whole bunch of mixed race. You got white people, Spanish people, black people, Polish people, Italian, a whole bunch of different people." James is asking me and I'm like, "Don't worry. We're going to take it over brick by brick, door by door. And you have 60%. Some of your tenants, we're going to have two things for them. You're going to pick either A, which is agree, or B, which is blood. It's going to be bloody in the beginning, James. We're going to lose a lot of tenants. This is what you want. You want to mess up your family heritage I want to take over Greenpoint, me and Ricky, and we're gonna make you famous at the end of the day. The people, they're gonna love you because it's gonna be a problem and the reaction is gonna be there. People's gonna run away, you know what I mean? And then we have the solution for it, and the solution will be beautiful, James. People are gonna love you after all of this. People are gonna love me. The authorities won't in the beginning, but one day we're gonna get the authorities off of our backs. Are you down for this, James? James was like, man, this is what I want all my life. I just wanted to end my family heritage right here. I want to do something I'm like, James, it's not going to be like that. You're going to make your name whenever you die. These people in Greenpoint, they will remember you forever. Don't worry about it. So alright guys, thanks for watching and I hope you enjoyed that one. That was episode 2 and look out for episode 3, and please remember to like, share, comment and subscribe to this video. It really helps us in the algorithm. So thanks for watching again and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.